So just to get this out of the way, here's how much money my game made since it was released a month ago. Yeah, it's not a lot of money. It's really not. In this devlog, I'm going to be talking about what I did wrong, what I think I did right, and what I'm going to do about it. So let's just start with what's wrong. Things I think I got wrong were things like the game's searchability, or SEO, search engine optimization. The word Asteroid is used in probably 10 or 20,000 games, so it doesn't exactly stand out, and even when you search for the game, you didn't get the game. You got the game 5 or 6 titles down in the list, even if you type in exactly what the game's name is. So that was the first thing I did wrong. The game's name was generic, and there were no unique words. If you have unique words for a search engine, then it's easier to find your game because there's no other things going to come up when you search that word because it's a unique word. The next thing was, I've got to admit, it's not that pretty. The main character is kind of cute. He is. I'm pretty happy with that. But the icon I used for the store page had mixels in it. I don't know if you know what mixels are, but I've been told that it means when there are 2 different sets of resolutions of pixels in your image. Essentially, if anything is scaled up to meet the size, but the pixel resolution hasn't changed, you can see it on screen. You can tell what I'm talking about. The astronaut is one resolution and the gems and crystals are another. I could have tried using a color palette to make the whole thing kind of fit together better, but I didn't. I did what I usually do, which is just kind of pick colors willy-nilly because I think they look good. Bad me, don't do that again. I'm genuinely considering writing out a list of things I need to do for a game, and some of the top things being, remember to pick a color palette for the darn thing. The final biggest thing I did wrong, in my opinion, was, drumroll please, making the game premium. This was the biggest fault, I think. Even really well-known games that are premium do worse or at least sell for less money on mobile. So for me to put my game up as a premium game, even though I really, really think it's the better model for the consumer, for somebody to buy the game once and then just have it, as opposed to having a game on their phone that is continuously bombarding them with ads. I don't like that, but if no one's going to play the game, it doesn't matter what I do or don't like because it's not going to impact anybody. Which leads me into what I'm going to do about it, I guess. If you watched my last video, you saw the game Galaxy Bash that I just released. And that game is free and it comes with some pretty minor ads. I was really restrained with them. I didn't want to have them everywhere. So they're just in between certain levels. But I'm putting that up there as a test to see how ads fare versus a premium game. Is it just that I didn't get the game out to enough eyes? Like, did not reach out to enough people to get them to see the game so they can buy it? Or is the fact that the game is premium the reason people aren't buying it, even if they see it? I don't know. I'm curious to find out if the game does super well because it's free. So while that test is running, the game's out there and people are playing it, I'm updating Asteroid Dig by giving it a language update. The game is released to the world. It's a global game. It can be played from any country, except a few exclusive ones that I'm not sure why it didn't get accepted there. But for the countries that it is playable in, I wanted to add in language updates so that they can play the game as well, and they aren't turned off by the fact that it's English. So hopefully that helps. I got help from my Discord with some very nice people who are multilingual, who were able to help me out with the translations, and then I ran them through Google just to make sure that they weren't messing with me. They're all really nice, but again, it's online and you've got that anonymity, so yeah, I just thought I'd check. After I finish the language update, I'm going to reach out to some people that I've met doing this whole game dev thing and see if I can get them to promote my game. And on top of that, I'm going to put the game into more stores. So it's just naturally going to be seen by more eyes because it'll be out to more places. Right now it's only available in the Google Play Store, GameJolt, and itch.io. Right now, because the game is, it's an unknown game, and I'm not paying for marketing, people aren't going to come looking for my games, so I need to go look for them. Now that I've gotten through what I'm going to do about the fact that the game isn't doing well, I should probably just talk about the things that I think I did right. End the video on a positive note. And to start with, I made money. That's really cool. I made money selling video games. I don't know how to stress that. It's so cool. It's not much, no. But I made money selling video games that I made. It's great. It's amazing. It's so cool that this happened in the first place, even though it's not much. I bought myself a coffee with it as a reward to myself, and I sat down with the coffee and just kind of stared out at the world. Anyhow, I think the other thing that I did right was that I've created this sort of community around me. I don't like that word, community. I mean, that's exactly what it is, but it's become this buzzword. I don't like it. But I've basically surrounded myself with a whole bunch of other game devs who are all sort of throwing around ideas and playtesting each other's games and doing those sorts of things. And the game definitely benefited from having people play the game who know what they're doing as game devs. So yeah, I think those are two things that went right with the release of the game. I made money. Not much, but I made money. And I've integrated myself into a community of game devs that all really enjoy what they're doing. And that's really cool. I think that's something that everybody should be doing and looking for, is a group of people that they can coordinate with to make cool things. Even if they're not working together, but they can all sort of help each other make what they're making, This video was supposed to be a Wednesday video, and the devlog was supposed to be on Friday, but it's coming up on Christmas, and life is getting crazy and hectic and just insane. So next week, I'm going to be going back to devlogs, of course, and going back to Subway Hell. I've been picking up the mechanics for that game, and I've got a few things to show you next week, so hopefully you stick around for that. And just to make sure that you see the video, maybe you can click on that subscribe button. You hung around this long, you may as well watch the next one. And if you want to talk to me personally, you can click on the link down below to go to our Discord. It's called the Game Dev Fireside. It's a pretty chill place where we all hang out and talk game dev. And if you decide to click on that link, then I'll see you there.